Hey, have you guys ever thought you was going to meet a certain person because maybe you was online dating, and you saw pictures
Mm-hmm.
and you said, "Oh, this guy look kind of cute," and you thought
Uh-huh.
that's who you was meeting,
Uh-huh.
but when the person showed up, they look completely different. I don't know. That's what we're going to be talking about today because I was told that is called catfishing.
Catfishing, y'all.
Yes, so have you ever been catfishing? We're going to get into that right now.
Yes, I can tell
So,
you.
yeah, so I'm Bobbi.
And I'm Jen.
Yes, and welcome to Four Real Talkers, where real people say real
Real
things.
things.
So, Jen, let me just tell you what happened to me recently because,
Oh Lord.
I'm single and
Uh-huh.
I'm on the market, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
definitely looking for the right guy, not
Uh-huh.
Mr. Wrong. I want
Uh-huh.
Mr. Right, but I know I might have to kiss a couple of,
Mm-hmm.
what do they call it, frogs
Uh-huh.
to
Uh-huh.
find the right one.
Yeah.
And so, this guy, we're just talking for about a good 2 weeks, and then finally we decided to meet up with each other.
Yeah.
On my way to meet him, he says, "Oh, do you mind if we become Facebook friends?" And so I said, "No, not yet. Let's wait until we meet each other, and
Mm-hmm.
then we can become Facebook friends after
Uh-huh.
that."
Uh-huh.
And so he just started talking about working out while I'm on my way driving to meet him.
Uh-huh.
He's working out. He has a personal trainer, and he's trying to get back into shape because he's 6'2"
Mm-hmm.
and he weighed 263
I hope
pounds.
he's not listening. Okay.
He said 263 pounds. He want to get back down to 230.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm thinking, okay, but he said he's not fat. And that's all relative too, because maybe he's not fat, but I'm on my way to meet him. I'm like, okay, those pictures he got posted on the site, he looking a little fit in those pictures. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm on my way. So I get there.
What happened, Bobby?
The pictures were so old. I became his Facebook friend, and then
Uh-huh.
I went and looked at the pictures. The pictures were from 2014. Wow, we're in 2023. He had the
Wait.
pictures on the site.
So you mean to tell me his photos for on the dating site was
Mm-hmm.
from 2014,
Yes.
and present day didn't look like 2014?
Yeah, honey. And so I checked him on that.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, I said, "You see what happened? You wanted us to become Facebook friends.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are Facebook friends. And look at this here. The pictures that you have on the dating site are from 2014 because it
Wait,
was the same pictures on his Facebook
wait,
page
okay.
dated
In
2014."
his defense, I have a lot of pictures up. It's on some of my profiles that are old because I don't feel like updating my profile pictures or whatever. So if you're looking at me now, I gained a couple of pounds even from last few months. So what you
She
saw a
looked good.
couple of
She
months
looked
ago
good.
is not present day.
No, you look good.
So when you see me, don't say I catfishing because I gained a couple around here. But in his defense, I I didn't update my profile picture. You know what I mean? It's a old photo. So
Okay, when you say old, are you talking old like prior to COVID old, a few years back, a couple of months ago, or
it
like
is.
him
I
nine,
ain't gonna
10 years
lie.
ago?
It's prior to COVID old, like
Okay.
2020. It might be like 2015, 16, something like that. So
Yeah.
I'm not trying to catfish nobody. It's tired of
But
changing.
it's not fair. It's not fair. Now, granted, some
Mm-hmm.
people can look almost the same way in a
Yeah.
10-year decade,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely know that I've aged over
Mm-hmm.
10 years, but for the
Mm-hmm.
most part, my body is the
Mm-hmm.
same.
Mm-hmm.
I probably rocking the same old kind of hairstyle.
It's okay. It's okay.
Classic.
I don't care.
So I haven't changed a whole lot,
Uh-huh.
but there's no way that I would put a picture up there knowing that I'm 35 pounds bigger.
Mm-hmm. So when you met him in person, aside from his photos on Facebook and his profile photos, when you met him in
Uh
person,
huh.
what was the happy? Was there a happy medium, or what? What was the
Well,
end result? We want to know.
I would just say that the date went okay because I enjoyed talking with him as I
Uh-huh.
did on the phone. It was the same in person,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't feel that chemistry. I just
Because his
didn't
physical
because
appearance was.
yes, the same way guys say it's physical for them. I'm
Uh,
sorry, I'm not that old yet. It's still physical for me, and I still need to be attracted to you. That chemistry. And you don't have to be the most fit person, but I
mm-hmm.
need to be attracted to you. And it was his entire look from his face. It looked a lot more aged than the pictures, and I guess
Uh-huh.
with the weight and everything,
Hmm.
it looked like it. I'm not gonna even exaggerate. I thought that was his older brother that I was meeting with. I'm serious, and it's not
Bobbi.
fair.
So, okay, all right. Now, is that the only time you've been catfished, or have you like not saying have you
Mm-hmm.
intentionally catfished someone? Because I don't think it was his
No.
intention. Maybe
Yes,
those
it
pictures
was.
were what he strived to get back to prior to him meeting someone, and maybe he saw himself as 200 and whatever versus whatever you met. Maybe that's what he saw.
Honey. Well, he thought he would warn me before I see him,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why he told me that he's now working out. I mean, yay, kudos to you.
Oh,
But
that's
we
what he
talked on
did.
the phone for 2 whole weeks. You
Mm.
probably should have gave me that story
Mm.
before I was en route, right?
He inadvertently told you I'm working out.
I'm working to get back to what you see on the site. But then something else even more interesting happened to me
What?
too. This guy had this picture posted, like he's in the middle with two lions on the sides. I'm like, I
Uh-huh.
know the lions are not real, but the picture looks, it's gorgeous. It looks like a little, like a silver fox. He could be
Uh-huh.
one of those guys with the silver fox,
Mm-hmm.
mature.
Mm-hmm.
But the picture was sexy. And then
Uh-huh.
at least I texted him back or messaged him,
Yeah.
is this the only picture you have up on the site? Because ladies, beware. If they only have one or two pictures,
Uh-huh.
that
Uh-huh.
might not be them. That might be somebody else.
Yeah.
And so he says, well, I'm going to send you my number. Send me yours back through
Mm-hmm.
text so I
Mm-hmm.
can send you some more photos.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could do, but I can't do it. Be right. He sent me about 5 or 6 pictures.
Uh-huh.
That wasn't even him. And then he had a nerve to tell me, well, I said that was one of my favorite pictures. I didn't say it was me.
Are you serious?
Yes, because
So it wasn't even he put up
it's not even him. It's not even him at all.
So what does he really look like?
I told him that I'm not interested.
Okay.
I told him that I'm not
We
interested.
not
I'm
going.
sorry. Listen,
That's horrible.
I told him, I said, I'm not interested, and I'm going to advise you to post these pictures that you just texted me.
Yeah, no, that's
on
not
the
right.
site.
That's not right.
Because
Like
that's
that's
not even him.
really catfishing. Like
That was a serious catfish.
You putting a total different persona, a different person
Yes,
up, and that's not
yes.
you. That is the definition of catfishing if I ever saw one.
Absolutely. Yes.
That right. I mean, because the other guy, it was different. You know, that was him, but he just he gained a few.
Right, right.
But this person put a whole different
photo. It
photo.
wasn't even, and the picture was very sexy, very handsome, very intriguing.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, I watched that show, the catfishing show, and sometimes it wouldn't even be a guy; it would be a whole female talking on the other end, and then when they meet in person, that's so deceiving. That's
It's
not
sad.
right.
It's sad.
So
don't waste somebody's time like that.
No.
I mean, you might have time on your hands since we've been away, boy, but I ain't got I have plans. I have plans. I have things to do, people to see, places to be, even if the place is at home and in my bed with my remote. You know?
Don't waste my time.
Yeah, don't waste my time.
I mean, it's almost like going out on a blind date or being fixed up by, some cultures you don't even meet your mate until you get married or whatever. But it's almost like going out on a blind date and they just telling you, oh, he's, he or she, oh no, they look good, they got this going on, and you like, and then y'all talk, and prior to texting, there was a phone call. You had, phone calls or whatever, and the phone call was so intriguing. Yeah. So, because I know me, I'm attracted to your intellect and your personality, and first and foremost, and then the physical comes later. And a part of that is a little bit. I'm not fabricating, but I might be embellishing because I might be embellishing because there are times where like when I get in front of the person and I'm like, oh man, like no, and I'm not discriminatory, of weight. Like if you look like if Biggie Smalls, like, and I'm attracted to you, and we got that. I'm gonna love all of that.
Hey, well, listen, I'm glad you said Biggie Small because I just had a conversation with someone I went out on a date with.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, to me, I'm going to flip it because maybe catfishing could also be like somebody tell you that their career is a certain thing and it really isn't, right? Is that catfishing?
I mean, we could say that.
Okay, well, maybe it's not catfishing, but for me, when I'm just meeting someone, I don't even want to know what they do right away because I want to make sure that I like you, the person, who you are. I don't want to get it twisted and, start liking the imagination of what you might have, your stuff, and your accomplishments. I don't want that to be impressive for me and get me confused as whether or not I really like you, right? And so, because let's be real, even though I say, I want to like the person first, I want to make sure they have all the ingredients, to make that cake taste good and perfect, and then the stuff could be the icing on the cake. But I don't want my icing before the cake. The cake needs to taste good.
Yeah.
But when you really stop and think about it, I'm going to say if I'm going to be real with myself, like you mentioned Biggie, God bless Biggie. Let's say I met Biggie back then and he said, Bobbi, you are everything that I want. I love you. I'm going to make you my queen. All that I have is for you. He come at me like that. Now, I might start telling myself, well, shoot, I'm going to get my boo in the gym. He going to lose 70 pounds. And when he lose 70 pounds, the face is going to change and everything. He's going to be looking all handsome. Boy, and we get these certain clothes on, I might play that in my mind, subconsciously. I'd rather not even go there. So I don't even want to know what you do in advance. I want to make sure that I like you first because you might catfish me and tell me something good. I'm going to call that catfishing. Y'all let me know that's catfishing too. Somebody lie about who they are, what they do, make themselves bigger or seem bigger than what they are.
Well, I mean, again, for me, the size, like, that don't matter. Like, and sidebar, and I met Biggie in the most, like, humblest, like, like his personality is a magnet. But aside from all of that, like, I don't know, I like him. I like him thick in the middle. Okay. I mean, I'm like a teddy bear. I could deal with it. Now, I do not want you to be on my 1,000-pound life. That's a show, y'all.
Okay. I was about to ask you what was that about.
It's 1,000. Is it 600-pound life or whatever? There's a show.
600 because who's 1,000 pounds?
Yeah.
Nobody's 1,000 pounds. I don't think so.
But I mean, it is in your personality, and I always use that term. Your je ne sais quoi. And how.
Well, I say swag. I mean, just keep it simple.
Swag. Your swag, and then how you make me feel.
Yes.
But do not catfish and put up a whole different photo.
Yeah.
That's not even you.
That's right. And how he make you feel, guess what? How you make me feel is going to definitely play a huge role in how I'm gonna make you feel. Okay?
What she said.
How you make me feel is going to affect how I can make you feel.
Absolutely.
Because I need to be attracted to you.
Absolutely. Now listen, y'all. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you didn't.
So there is another version of catfishing, and we all know what it is.
What?
Ladies. And some guys too, because some of y'all be so, and some of these guys sidebar. That's a sidebar. They don't like when you call them sassy and spicy, but this new era of men, some of them just straight sassy and spicy. But anyway, those are the ones that be using the filters. All right, ladies, I'm talking to us and I'm talking to me. There are times where I'm going to put a filter on because I didn't get no sleep. Okay. Or whatever, or I might have been a little stressed or whatever, so I might put on a little filter. So that's a version of catfishing. So a little bit. You know what I mean? Okay. Or if the filter is so strong that when I meet you in person, I'm like, who are you?
Well, Jen,
then that's catfishing.
Okay, it could be.
So there's times where I'm like, let me turn this down, because if I meet somebody person, it'd be like,
you don't want them to be looking for the supermodel.
Yeah.
And you show up in a superstar.
Like this. So, I always play with my family and friends, and I show them, like, look, let me show you this filter, because this is what the work that I'm gonna do. So my sister tells me, whenever you do it, just don't tell us because we don't want to know that you're doing something. Why would you want something like that? I'm like, I don't care. I want a little tweak here. Want to tweak. I'm just letting you know right there. So
okay,
if I post that filter, it's because that's how I'm gonna look in a couple of months.
Well, you know, Jen, it's so funny you talking about filters because let's flip it to makeup, right?
Uh-huh.
My nieces,
Mhm.
she's 16 years old,
Mhm.
and I was going out on a date and she was at my house and she said to me, auntie, you catfishing.
Ooh!
I said, I'm catfishing? What do you mean I'm catfishing? She said, yes. You know you wasn't looking like that a couple hours ago.
Oh.
Now you in here, you fixing yourself up, your hair. You know, you put a little bit of makeup on, which, by the way, I don't wear a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
But she told me that was still catfishing because that's not how I really look when I'm in the house.
Yeah. Come on. Man, maybe they hard. These kids are they are not weak. They will tell you like it is in a minute. But I get it. Like sometimes I've been told like, don't put on all that war paint. Like stop. Don't put on that war paint. Sometimes I'll
makeup?
Take the war paint.
Oh.
That and tumbleweed thing over here. So you know who you're talking to. You know who I'm talking about. You tell me that. But anyway, whatever. But sometimes makeup is not for me to catfish you. I just sometimes it just gives me a little pop. You know, like get it together on the lips and highlight these already beautiful eyes. Whatever.
And nice cheeks.
But you know what I mean? And that's it. It's for me. But some people do the most. You be like when they take it off, you like scared to look at them.
Okay.
You know, when I take this off, I'm pretty much the same.
Yeah. But is that still catfishing? Like, I should look it up and see what Google says the definition of catfishing is.
You should, because I want to know.
Yes.
Because if that's the case, we all out here catfishing.
But for me, if you're just doing something extra to, you already
enhance.
Yeah, thank you. That's the word. You just want to enhance your natural beauty. I don't think anything is wrong with that. Yeah, but if you change it completely, completely that your own mom and them don't recognize you.
Yeah.
Your own mom does.
Because right now, y'all, this size 10 or whatever this is, because I haven't checked in a while.
You're not holding size 10, Jen.
Soon, you're going to see me and she's going to be like this. Bam, 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 just like that. And you're not going to be able to recognize me. And I ain't going to be able to recognize you. Because some of y'all, I told you when I get it together, I'm going to act like I don't even know you.
So here is the definition here. And it says, the process of luring someone into a relationship by means of a fictional online persona.
Ooh.
So you are luring someone in by a fictional you. Fictional you, basically.
Okay. So basically, if I can't take off all my makeup and I turn into a whole different person, and what you see online is not what you get in person, then I'm catfishing.
Well, it also says when you steal somebody else's images to pass them off as yourself,
that's the main
then you are creating a new identity for yourself. You are catfishing.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
That is not right.
You're wrong for that.
Right. I think there's so many things that we could do to just be better all around, and whether it's your look.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to work on your inside. Yeah. So that your confidence will shine through. Because I think that is the true definition of beauty to me. You got to have that confidence.
It
makes you want to stand up tall, and you can make you have the confidence to strut if you're a woman. A beautiful smile. Like Jen has an amazing smile, and I tell her that all the time.
First of all, a lot of dentists love me because I love candy. So no, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, you do.
You're gorgeous. I used to call her, and I still do, Barbie, Black Barbie. Instead of Bobbi, she's Black Barbie.
Not really, but thank you very much, Jen.
But I do believe you are absolutely right. Your confidence, it'll light up the room. Your smile can light up a room and make people want to know who you are, regardless. So that first, and being a good person.
Yes.
That's like
Definitely a good person.
on top of all.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
very
Hmm.
attractive.
Yes,
You
it
know,
is.
having a good heart. Now, if you putting all
Mm-hmm.
the you posting, social media got us all messed up
Do it.
on what is real and what is not. And if you post in certain things, and you don't, and that's not what you stand for in person, whether it be your beauty or your stance as far as your humanity in person, um, then
Ooh.
what was you?
Okay. Okay. I
I'm
like
just saying,
that.
you got to be.
Yes.
It's
I like
it's
that.
it's it's more than just this. If you posting that you're a good person, and you want to post that you give into this cause, and you're doing all
Mm.
of these things,
Mm-hmm.
and how good of a person you are, and then in person,
Mm.
the devil wouldn't even
It's a
want to
whole
toss.
different
The
story.
devil wouldn't even want to be in the same room with you. Then no,
No.
that's not good either.
No, it's not. It's
You
not.
know.
So I would say, be careful on dating sites. I mean, they can be fun. It can be
Mm-mm.
interesting. I
Yeah.
think you can meet an amazing person online,
Yeah.
just as you can meet a fool online. But you can
Absolutely.
also meet an amazing person in a church or a supermarket. But you can meet a doggone fool in a supermarket
Or
and in
church.
church as
Yep.
well too.
Mm-hmm.
So just be careful and
Yep.
take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Just take
Mm-hmm.
your time. I'm not in a rush to go from A to Z.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
am not in a rush. But
Mm-hmm.
stop catfishing. Seriously, stop it. And also, oftentimes when someone is doing that, and I'm going to say men, not putting up their actual picture, they put somebody else's photo. They probably married,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're married,
Mm-hmm.
and they're trying to hide behind
I think
somebody
I'm gonna
else's
do that. I'm gonna put
identity.
somebody
Well,
else's
what are you?
picture up
What you wasting
just
somebody's
for
time?
fun. I don't know.
Okay. Well, you
experiment.
but you must not plan to ever meet anybody, because if you plan on meeting someone in person, then what is the whole point of
Experiment.
the catfish? If you're gonna meet them, right?
Yeah. You know what? That happened to me though recently, and it wasn't really a catfish because I never met the person, but somebody jumped in my DM,
Mm.
and I was like, oh, he told drink of water. Like, yeah, I was like, okay.
So you
And
didn't know who? You didn't know him?
no, I didn't know him. Just
Okay.
it happens, and I'm not bragging on that, but it happens a lot. Like somebody will be in
Ooh.
your DM,
Okay.
some total stranger.
Okay.
But this particular one, I was like, oh, okay, tall drink of water, okay. But
Mm.
and then I'm looking at his pictures or whatever, and then I sent it to my friend, and she was like, Jennifer, this is a fake page,
Ooh.
and I was like, so somebody took a
All
good
that
majority
effort.
all that effort to put a good majority of this person's photos on a fake page.
Mm.
And I was just so mad. I didn't know whether I wanted to DM him back and tell him he can go. I just blocked him because I was like, I was mad at it, and I'm sitting there, yeah, I'm getting excited.
Right, I was
He
going to
didn't
say
say
that.
nothing. Like he just said, what's up, beautiful, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked at his pictures and I was like, hey there, like and kind of excited.
Get you a little
like,
moist.
all right, getting a new person. I ain't gonna say moist, y'all.
Well,
but I did get excited.
I'm not talking about moist like that.
But I was really like excited because something new or whatever.
Yes.
And
yes.
it's not even him. It's a fake page. So you got to even be careful when you talking to people in your
Yes,
DM,
you do.
because you don't know who you're talking to.
And sometimes those fake pages are attached to some type of link. They just want you to click on it. So now they can, what do you call it? Like,
get your information.
Yeah, it's scammers.
I'm so pissed off. Sometimes social media, I feel like log off everything. I don't even care anymore. But yeah, that was recently.
But that's a good idea too, because if you make a mistake and click to go look at that person's profile and you see that it's not an actual profile, you might need to go back and reset your password, because that's somebody that's probably trying to phishing
fish for your information. You're absolutely right.
There might be somebody doing that, and next thing you know, your whole profile is messed up. It's been wiped out.
Right.
So yeah, be careful with that as well.
And to y'all who doing that, y'all got way too much time in your hand. You don't got no life. I mean, you need help. Yes. Go talk to somebody.
Maybe we should create a website for people who want to catfish, so they can catfish each other and take a chance at. Well,
Idiots.
that'll be a real blind date, because everything is catfished on the site.
That'd be a good
And
idea.
who can fool each other the best to make you want to come and meet in
But
person?
two fools.
And that's a true blind date.
Oh my God. But I think, I mean, you said it all.
Okay.
No catfishing.
Okay. Well, I definitely want to hear what you guys think and hear some
Yeah.
of your experiences and actually bring some guys on to hear about catfishing because
what they think about catfishing, what their meaning of catfishing is.
and did they catfish? Who you catfish?
And
have they been
catfish?
What man has been catfish?
And do you feel like makeup is a catfish?
I think catfish might be a strong word.
Mm-hmm. I just
but
I want them to know. I want them to tell us like what you think. Because I know you. There are the bros that will say no makeup, none of that, whatever. And they rather you just blend in with the wall. They don't care.
No, they say they don't
but
care.
They met you that way, and then they want to change and take it all off, and so you can just. And I'm like, why? What's the problem?
And meanwhile, they're telling you that every time Keisha and Karen is walking down the street, they like their eyes
breaking their neck,
watching those big rumps, that spread so wide they can't hide. Honey, their eyes is checking them out, but they don't want you to be attractive.
Yep. And you know what? And I know we keep carpeting this, but I even had somebody who's like, I said, I'm gonna get a little surgery, whatever.
Okay.
I'm not ashamed of it. No, you don't need all that. Don't get all that. You find just the way you are. I'm like, no, I gotta get rid of these love handles or whatever. It's just too much to love on. No, you don't need all that. And I'm like, but yet and still, when I see you, you are looking at somebody who just came out of a factory.
Okay.
So why are you telling me, nah, you don't need all that? But that's what you're looking at. Like, make it make sense.
Yes. The competition is real.
Make it make sense to me.
But listen, hey, I understand, we are more than that, though. We are more. Yeah. It's making me think about a poem that I wrote, but I don't know, I might mess it up.
Go ahead, I want to hear it.
We are more than that. Pug noses, luscious lips, voluptuous breasts and hips that spread so wide we can't hide and you can't resist. Remember, bearing your children can be the cause of all this. And our big round rocks your eyes love to see, where there's still more to learn about me, because we are more than that. Ooh. So when you see us walking down the street looking all so sweet, whistling and catcalling will not suffice. Common courtesy and a good education take my advice. Yes, we can be your candy. Such a delicious treat, because we're all flavors good enough to eat. From caramel to deep chocolate. Absolutely phenomenal. Child, that's only a little piece of it.
I like that. Go, Bobbi.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start writing again, because that's actually old, y'all. That's probably 20 years old.
You wrote that?
Yes.
I like that. That's an original. You won't get that anywhere else, okay?
So, but
I like that.
This has been wonderful. We're going to bring some guys on and some other people to hear about catfishing. But comment below.
Comment below, y'all.
Share your stories.
Subscribe and like.
Yes. Please. Let us know if you want to be a guest on the show. We'll bring you on. We want to hear your catfishing stories as well.
Yeah. And tell us, give us your ideas of what you want to talk about or what you want to hear.
Yes.
She's open to it.
Yes, I am always open to it. I am always open to it.
This has been good.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you'll know when we post a new video.
Exactly. All right, y'all.
And follow us on all social media platforms too. This is for Real Talkers. We're real people.
Say real things.
Bye.